Right, it's time for my next interviewee now, and I'm joined by the lovely Stacey Jackson. She's a singer, songwriter, enterpriser, and super mom, and it's
Mhm.
nice to have you on the show today. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm well. What an introduction. Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm
Lovely
very,
sunny UK.
yes, I'm very well. Thank you so much, and you're sounding very buoyant, which is always glad to hear.
Well, thank you.
And
Energy, energy,
energy,
energy.
yes, good stuff. We like good energy. And firstly, I'm going to ask you about how you kind of juggle everything. You're very busy. How do you find the way? How do you find the ways to kind of juggle everything you do in your life?
Well, it I think my kids at this point recognize that like a happy Stacy will be a happy mom, right? So being able to compartmentalize stuff and be like, okay, mom is working, mom is has a show, or mom's writing, or they understand that. I mean, mom has a career as well as dad has a career, and so it wasn't easy when they were younger. They were a lot more dependent on me, and I took a good 15 years off of my career to raise my family first. But then when I went back into working again, it was definitely a hard transition. But they have to respect that because they're going to be adults one day too. In fact, most of my kids are already adults. So, and I think they are respectful. But it was harder at the time, and I think a lot of it is guilt. It's like, oh, what are they going to think if I'm not home for dinner, or what are they going to, it's more how you perceive them to perceive you. But actually, what you're sending them is positive messages that you're trying to live your dream. You are happy when you work. This is stuff that you want to do because it makes you a better and happier person. In the end, I think they respect that. So it's a
Indeed.
lesson.
Indeed. Thank you very much for answering that question. And you feel now it's time to kind of get back into what you do best, the entertainment world. Your brand new single, Live It Up, Reloaded, Rebooted, has had a fresh,
Rebooted.
yeah, Rebooted has a fresh new lease of life to it.
Thank you. Yes, I'm super excited to be able to take it out there again. It's the 10th anniversary of the original record, and it just featured in. I did a cameo actually, so the record was featured in a feature film called Reboot Camp, and it's a comedy out of Hollywood. It's a brilliant cast, and I was beyond chuffed to be able to have a cameo in it. And of course, as it's the 10th anniversary of the record, and we thought, what a great opportunity. I mean, to get a second chance with a song with Snoop Dogg. I mean, hello. So we remastered it, reproduced it. We've got a bunch of remixes coming out in a couple of weeks, and it's fresh and very 2021. So I'm thrilled to have it out there again.
Exciting. Very exciting. I'm pleased for you. And you mentioned
Thank you.
Snoop Dogg. Yes, a very recognizable name in the
Yeah.
hip hop world. What was it like
Yeah.
working with the man himself?
I love getting this question because especially now in this day where people are working from home or they're zooming everywhere, and there's nothing like. I mean, I worked with him. It was a proper collaboration, old school style, in the room, writing the track, working together, chatting about kids, chatting about our lives, and actually bonding and really having that experience. I didn't just send him my record and go, oh, write something and send it back to me. It didn't work like that. And I so that experience will be with me forever. And having, and the song meant a lot to me. And I think that's why he wanted to do the rap on the record, because it really was about living your dream and being, I like I said, I was a mom, and like I am a mom, but I mean, I gave up a lot to be able to raise my family, and going back into the music industry in particular is a big adjustment, not only for your family, but like, if you make it, you're touring, you're performing, you're traveling, and it's hard work and a big deal. And so I think he was very respectful of my choice, and respectful of the song that I wrote, which was about living your dream. And he liked the story, and that's why he rapped on it. And until this day, I'm still very close to his guys on the posse, the dog pound, we call it. And I just did a charity event with them in LA. And I'm really, I mean, it was a whole experience for me. So it's 10 years on, but it's not like I look back and go, oh, well, that was an interesting day. It was for a lifetime for me. It really was a life changing experience.
That's super cool. And the song "In Places" kind of has that electro beat
Yeah.
from the tens. You know, during that time, you had a lot of Lady Gaga influences and Kylie.
Yeah.
And it's good that you kind of mix in the rapping hip hop with that beat as well. It really works well
Yeah.
together.
You know what? I was really, really super pleased at how it came out. I love the new version so much. It's very current. It's got a lot of different references, and it feels right. It feels like it should be in 2021, not 2011. And I'm really chuffed that it's that people are taking really to it. It's doing well out there. And so far so good, and as clubs are opening up and gyms are opening back up, I think it'll live really well out there. So yeah, I'm excited. What could I tell you?
And you mentioned gyms there. It's a good song to keep fit to, whether you're walking, keeping active. It's a real upbeat song, gets your rhythm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's true.
and as I says, the song has that electronic kind of beat synth sounds. Very popular with your fellow Canadians as well. The Weekend has gone down that kind of avenue of bringing back that sound.
Yes. And in fact, like for me, the 80s, and we'll talk about that in a second, but for me, I lived in the 80s growing up. A lot of my influences, not just in how I write. I mean, I find my age actually an advantage. My age being who I am, and having lived through many genres and generations of musical transitions, that I could pull up on all that when I'm writing, but also the cover songs that I do. And I do a lot of dance covers of 80s rock tracks. And so I have a new record coming out in the next year of that. And some of the records I did, I think you might have had heard of the one I did with the Whitesnake song, Is This Love? And Pour Some Sugar on Me, a Def Leppard track. And so I have a lot of dance versions of the covers like that I did as covers, because the 80s really inspired me. I love synth pop. I love rock. I love all that. And it just so happened that now I'm hosting a television series called Stacey Jackson in the 80s. So it's all coming full circle. And so all of my influences from my life growing up, and yet here I now have a television show on Spotlight TV on Sky. And it's just been a whirlwind the last month, to be honest. But yeah, I'm very excited.
It's great to hear. After the year we've had, it's just so great to hear people doing so well and following their dreams.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet to hear.
That's fine. And I wanted to touch on festivals as well. What do you miss about festivals? I know you come up here, Birmingham, once. I've read.
I do. I've done more than once. I've done a lot of festivals. I've done a lot of prides, and I do miss it. I miss the whole vibe. Like I said, life should not be a Zoom call. I'm sorry. I'm over this.
Yeah.
Like I think that people need to be in the room with each other. They need warmth, they need touch, they need love, this is what we need. And I think the mental health crisis is just ridiculous as a result of not being able to just be with people. And I mean, I understand we have to do this for a reason. I get it. And, but we also understand that it could be really detrimental moving forward. And I miss the festivals. I'm going to be doing some shows. I'll be doing Pride in September and in London. So I'll be definitely moving around. I'm doing some shows in the States, but it's not like the traditional tour, because some things are up and running, some things are not up and running. Travel's not exactly not exactly easy. And so, it's still not 100%, but it's getting better. It's getting better.
Cool. Positive thinking, which we
positive thinking. Exactly.
And on the final note, when people mature, they kind of grow older. What would you like to say to people who are kind of hitting the 40 or 50 mark? Should people embrace their age more these days?
Well, what does that mean? Like, embrace their age? Does it mean like because you're 40 or because you're 50, you should be doing something specific, or just be like, I think you are as old or as young as you feel. And I think that being healthy and fit, and doing stuff that you love and enjoying your life will make you feel young, or whatever for that, and it's not necessarily how you look. I mean, there's, there's creams you could buy, there's Botox you could do. I mean, there's definitely things these days that you can, like, make yourself look better, but it's not about that. It's about the energy that you have and the messages that you send and the positivity. And I think that's what keeps you young, and obviously fitness. I think, being healthy is the number one thing. If you're not healthy, then you're going to be old, that full stop.
Well said. And I just want to thank you for taking the time out to talk to me today. I understand
Don't be silly. It was pleasure. Pleasure.
I understand there may be a music video coming out soon as well.
Yes, there is. I'm not sure when that's being released, but imminently, I suspect. So, yeah, we'll keep you posted.
In the near future. Well, we're going to get your track on now. Would you like to introduce it on the show, on the Danny syndicated show in the UK?
Danny's syndicated show in the UK?
That's the one.
Okay. That's the one. Okay. Hi, this is Stacey Jackson. You're listening to Danny's syndicated show in the UK. And this is my new single, Live It Up, featuring Snoop Dogg, the rebooted version.
Thanks for your company.
Thank you.